See what's going on here. And we are live. People come in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Missy. Welcome to the live. All right, we're here to answer any questions you have about UPS, employment, or we can talk about peak season. I have some notes here. We're gonna talk about peak season, how peak season was. Um, whatever it is, you have questions, leave them in the comments and we'll answer your questions if you have any. All right, we already got our first question. Let's see. Is it possible to be a driver helper after season if your supervisors allow it? Dispatch told me that it is, but I'm able to. Okay, so did you already get on as a part timer after being driver helper, or you was already a driver helper, or you was already part time and you also did driver helper? Let me know. I'm not a soccer fan, but I like them both. Yes. Okay, so you're already part time permanent, and so your question was if they'll continue to let you work driver helper after the season. Yeah, so if your supervisors allow it, typically after Christmas, there's typically no more room for driver helpers unless it's like a heavy day like tomorrow. Like our management team told us tomorrow we may use helpers in SSDs, but after tomorrow it'll probably be it, for the season. But if they allow it, absolutely. But it just won't be much. Now, there's been seasons in the past where you'll see helpers used through like the 10th or 11th of January, but that's rare. But if it's really really heavy, they'll use those, but they don't like to. I'm gonna tell you, they don't like to. So yes, if your supervisors allow it, absolutely. It's just that they might not, but hey, let us know if they do or not. But and congrats on being permanent. Because I mean, if you eventually want to drive, you're in the right spot. And I know you say you work two shifts in the inside. You made some money over peak season. Sounds like so. Hey, congrats to you. All right. Thanks for the question. I hope I answered it. Yeah, so peak season, Christmas Eve was kind of a regular Christmas Eve. It wasn't too bad outside of here in Texas. The weather got really, really bad. Weather got really bad Christmas Eve. Some strong storms, maybe some possible tornadoes, and we got hit pretty hard. But was able to finish up pretty strong. Christmas Eve, I started getting sick. I got ill. So Christmas Day, half of Christmas Day, I was fighting for my life, and I couldn't work the day after Christmas. I couldn't work. I had to call in on Thursday. The day after Christmas, I had to call in on Friday. The day after Christmas, and I was pretty bad off. And so that's not like me to miss like that. And of course, we had the option days, but we have to use them before Thanksgiving. So just had to call in. Just couldn't work. Had some chills. Had bad headaches. Chest congestion. I was just bad off. I was in bed for 2 or 3 days. So finally, felt better enough to go to work on Monday. So Monday was my first day back after Christmas. So and so I worked yesterday, New Year's Eve. It was pretty cool. Less routes, it was more spread out, so I was able to knock that out. The ones that worked in my center, it was 19 of us worked, and we got triple pay, for the day. So like that was cool. But I think I got off about 6 o'clock yesterday. It was cool. But tomorrow, oh, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Happy Posh, Soft Play. Happy New Year. Thank you. Um, yeah, so we're back at it tomorrow. They said tomorrow it's gonna be heavy. Uh, Thursdays are typically heavier day of the week, and since we only ran air on yesterday, there's probably a whole bunch of ground that needs to be delivered tomorrow, as well as the day we took off today. All of that combined, they're expecting for volume to be heavy tomorrow. So they're telling everybody, hey, you're going to work, and we're probably going to use helpers and possibly also using SSDs tomorrow. So um, looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Let's see who's in here. Come in. If you have a question, cool, we answer it. Please like the stream and share it if you can. Um, it's our first live, but we're gonna try to do this more often. I'm putting it to my schedule so we can ask some live questions. I know it's a little bit off the cuff. It's the holiday, but I figure a lot of people relaxing might be able to help somebody. All right, got notes right here. I got some notes. Has anyone else been on the live where the creator have notes? I have notes right here. I'm not going to show you my notes, but um, see. Hey, Happy New Year, Double C. Happy New Year, brother. Oh yeah, Balance Gaming. Yeah, we appreciate you being here. And yeah, I have seen you before, so thanks for subbing, and I'm glad you like the content. All right. We just want to make sure we can offer value to whoever we can, and like that's how we move it. You got a text. You got a text about the hoodie. So yeah, we still have our winter sale for the hoodies. This one is not on the site, but it'll be available shortly. Um, breakdownmedia.com. You can order your hoodie if you spend over $50, and I'll give you free shipping, so you don't have to worry about shipping. So the winter sale is still on, and we're doing a lot of hoodies these days because obviously the season we're in. So get your gear while it's still hot. All right. Any questions? Hey, just type it in the chat, and we'll try to get it. Try to get it. Oh yeah, August 1st. Yeah, yeah, August 1st, we get our raise every year, August 1st. We get our raise. And so yeah, so August 1st, you know, you get your raise, you figure out what you're gonna do with the raise money. And so what I always do is, and this is just me personally, everybody else obviously gonna do what you want to do, but me personally, I always just increase my 401k contributions, um at least 1%, to kind of offset. Um so that's just what I do. So yeah, everybody talking about the Red Bull. Yeah, I mean it's 6:13. We in Central Time Zone, so I won't get to bed for another 4 hours, maybe 5 hours. So like I'm still up. I wish I could get to bed for 8 o'clock, but that's not the case. Yes, I do have work tomorrow. Tomorrow we're back to a regular start time, 9:15. So I do safety. So what I'll do is I'll be to work. I'll probably be to work for 8 and get started working. And yeah, so probably leave home by 7:15. So yeah, I still have a lot of things to do before I go to sleep tonight. So we're gonna finish. And plus, this is a small one too. This is the 8 ounce. So, but I have both. Red Bull and water. We got. Do I think tomorrow will be like the day after Christmas? Um, good question, because guess what? The day after Christmas, I was sick. I didn't go in, so um, I heard it wasn't heavy at all in my center, in my division. I heard it was not heavy, but they're saying tomorrow the volume should be up. Because of us, we didn't run ground on Christmas, on New Year's Eve. We didn't run ground, so we only ran air. So the ground that would have went out on Tuesday, of course, that got held, and of course, we didn't run today. So and Thursday being the heaviest is typically the heaviest day of the week. So they're anticipating for it to be heavy tomorrow. So if I was to answer that with the information I have, I would say tomorrow is probably going to be heavier than the day after Christmas, Thursday last week. So yeah, I would say yes. I would say yes. Hey, thanks for everybody for being here. We appreciate it. Oh yeah, yo, okay, yeah. I starting at 19. Yeah, we start at 9:15. Our typical start time is 9:15. And our building with stagger, so um, you know, center next to us they start at 9:10 every day, Tuesday through Friday. We start at 9:15, 9:20 for the other center next to us. So they do a stagger start by because there's so many of us leaving at the same time. So they try to. Oh, you in San Antonio? That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I like Celsius too. Yeah, yeah. We have Celsius. We have Red Bull Zero. We have Celsius, and I like the Monster with no sugar, the white cans as well. Yeah. Hey, Cassandra, how you doing, Mama? Hey, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Oh, you in Miami? Oh, nice. Okay, okay, okay. Balance Gaming. Are you trying to drive eventually, or are you trying to stay inside? Yeah. Yeah, we're in the Metro Center. I'm in a Metro building, so and the only day they really cut routes is on Mondays. Yeah, we get pretty slammed. Yeah, we get pretty slammed with volume in general because being in the Metro Center, Metro building. Okay, car wash. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like car wash. I mean, I never did car wash, but I think car wash is a good gig. Um, those guys hustle. But I think it's a fun job from what I see, you know. Not a whole bunch of responsibility, but I think it's a fun job. Everybody, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. I'm hooked on Arctic Snow. Oh, oh, C4. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, the C4 energy drink. I haven't had one in a long time, but I'm definitely familiar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like the Monster. The Monster Zero is probably my go-to, and the Red Bull, the sugar-free Red Bull and the Celsius, probably my two and threes. Yeah, yeah. I was sick. I was sick Christmas. I wanted to close it out Thursday and Friday after Christmas, but yeah, I just couldn't make it to work. Okay, losing seniority about if you transfer to another building. So yes, I heard that's in negotiations to getting fixed, but if you have a union hall like in the Houston area, we're under Union 988. So if you transfer outside of that union hall that you're assigned to, then yeah, you lose seniority. So let's say if I wanted to transfer to Miami, and I would typically have to start over. So that's why, people typically don't do it. So, but my boss told me that they're supposed to be working on trying to, excuse me, make that a better situation to where people can transfer out to another state or whatever, and to where you don't lose seniority. I get it. Like I get both sides. I get it as far as if I'm in the building I'm in, you have three drivers come with more seniority from another state, and like they're able to bid on routes that that's in our center that we've been here for years. So I mean, I kind of get both sides, but I do think special cases it should be allowed to where people can transfer without using seniority. So hopefully they could figure it out because I mean I've been approached with, well, not approached, but it's been times over the years I'll be like, hey, I might have better opportunities in different states, but the fact that the system we're under, it makes it hard to just get up and transfer without losing seniority. So but that is true for now. But if I do get an update about it, I will let you guys know. I'll make a video or I'll go live and we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? So but I was talking with my boss about a month ago because we have a driver in my center that wants to move to Georgia, and they don't want to lose seniority. So um they were having a conversation, and so I was kind of snooping on the conversation. So um I ask around and I'll see what's going on, and I'll report back definitely. Thanks for the question. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Prayers to everybody in New Orleans. I'm from Louisiana. It's a tragic situation. This world is, have a lot of different people, a lot of different mental issues, a lot of different everything. It's just sad, um, that people willing to do stuff like that in this world, and we're always going to see the wild stuff that's going to make us think like, wow, what's really going on, right? So yeah, yeah, prayers up to all of those families and the whole area in general. It's just a sad situation. Yeah, so like the school thing, yeah, if it's school or like a life event, like it has to be major. Like like a death in the family or somebody getting married or something. It has to be extreme, you know. But like as far as the whole school thing, um, people that's full time, full time union workers, um, like the full time union workers, we don't get the reimbursement like the part timers do, right? So the part timers they get reimbursed pretty good, for school and furthering your education. So like it will make sense for somebody who works part time, works inside, get that transfer, so that way they can keep the tuition reimbursement, they can keep their seniority. But like full timers, like we don't get that, so you're gonna have less full time drivers or full time union workers going to school. So like that's just the way it is, right? And so yeah, yeah, school is one of the things you can use to transfer, but typically full timers don't go back to school, you know. So but it also has to be it's very specific too, as far as if you're going to use one of those life events, is very restrictive. So like you got to follow what they have listed. So anything outside of that, it's not going to happen. Everybody in here, hey, like the stream, please, and share it if you can. Yeah, full time warehouse. It's this combination over the years. There've been combination positions. I'm not sure, like they're not common, right? But like a combination position. Let's say, um, you're a yard jockey or a shifter and a day sort. Like they give you two shifts, back to back, and it totals, full time status. They don't have at my old building because I started at a different building than I am now. But they had two people that had those full time inside positions, and they had them for a long time. And I think once if they were to retire, I don't think they will replenish the position. So they're very rare, but I know a lot of people that would love those positions. Um, but they're just not common at all. At all. I'm in the H Town area, in Houston area. Originally from Louisiana, but I've been in Texas over 20 years. And I started at a different building at UPS when I first started, right outside of Houston, and it's also a metro facility, and this is just another metro that I'm now. It's actually in Houston, but I live outside of Houston. But yeah, our division is we have a 400 car building. Thanks for all the likes, guys. We appreciate it. And then if anybody shared it, we appreciate that too. But thanks for all the likes and the questions. And let's see, I got some more notes here. Let's see. Yeah, I finally made it to work Monday and Tuesday. Monday I felt better, a lot better. There's no way I could have worked Thursday and Friday, but I felt a lot better Monday, and I felt even better yesterday. I had to make it to work because I had to deliver some hoodies, um, but that were promised last week. I had to get them over to drivers on yesterday, but it was good to see everybody. Keeping that early, trying to get that triple pay. That was good to see. But not working for 5 days. Uh, just not used to that outside of being on vacation. Just not. It's not something I normally just don't work for 5 days. So, that was cool. Um, but we started at 10:30. I went out with 95 stops over 3.5 routes. So, it took me a few hours to get it done. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. And then you had everybody running around crazy like it's Christmas Eve again. On New Year's Eve, people running around crazy, cutting through parking lots, running red lights, speeding, cutting people off, blowing the horns, and just the normal crazy stuff you have right at the holidays or right before the holidays. But what part of Indiana? You've been in San Antonio for over 30 years. Ooh, what part of Indiana? I've been to Indiana once when I used to be a truck driver back before UPS. And I used to drive all over the country. Been to Indiana, I want to say just once ever. But yeah, what part? Any feeder drivers in here? I got a lot of feeder friends uh, that are both in feeders and go back and forth to and from feeders. Um, Different insight. I used to drive trucks, so I know what they go through. Yeah, so like I was as far as working on New Year's Eve, I signed a bid list about 2 weeks ago, and I knew they were gonna only need, well, they said between 17 and 19 or 17 and 20 drivers. And so when Christmas got here, or right before Christmas, I was just like, well, I signed the list, but I really wasn't sure if I was going to work or not. I knew I could work based on my seniority, but I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not. So I was just like, we'll work. But when I missed those 2 days after Christmas, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to work. Yeah. Especially I was feeling better and I was just tired of being in the house as well. But missing those 2 days, yeah, it was just like, yeah, I'm working. I'm working New Year's Eve. So that pretty much did it. Now, if I would have worked Thursday and Friday after Christmas, it still would probably been 50-50. Just because, like, yeah, I think oh, Lafayette, Indiana. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, let's see. Anybody coming in, please like the stream. We appreciate it. Lafayette, Indiana. Okay, I've heard. I didn't go to Lafayette, but I've heard that's actually a city in Indiana. Yeah, I think I had like 95 stops yesterday. It was that's almost 8 hours. Almost 8 hours. 3.5 routes. My route and two routes next to me. DC's own, the program and the diet give me hell. I actually like the new diets. I actually like them. As far as the software, it has gotten better since the first time we got them. When we first got them, they would freeze up. Obviously, people know they freeze up. You have to restart it 2 or 3 times a day, and now you don't have to restart them. But and they don't freeze up, but they don't. Well, mine doesn't run slow when it gets hot like it used to when we first got them. But yeah, the program is a little glitchy at times. But I definitely had more issues with it when we first got them. Lately, haven't really had any issues. Um, but yeah, the new diets, that technology in general, like I think they have gotten better with it. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be something that's always gonna change, and so you just have to hope that they keep making it better because it's obviously programs and software we got to use every day, and they always have to make it better. If not, it's gonna be bad. All right. Thanks for the comment, DC. Yeah, so I can always appreciate people, taking pride in their uniform and what they wear, you know, um, just being presentable and having that self-respect and dressing for the job that you want, not for the job that you have. So, always could kind of keep that, you know, in your mindset, like, it's just like when people see you, no matter what you have on, whether you have on a uniform for a company or you just have regular clothes on, like that's the first thing they see before you start talking. People see what you have on. So yeah, absolutely. Taking pride in what you wear, make sure you're looking good, you're presentable. Like I think that goes a long way. Very, very underestimated. Underestimated big time. Oh, your dad was Air Force. Salute, salute. That's what's up. Hey man, I can always appreciate people who take pride in whatever you do. Hey, take pride in it because guess what? Just wear it, just wear it. Or you punched in as a helper on the board so you can have a map. I know someone else that did that too. Yeah, yeah, the map function. Hey, if you needed to use it, hey, found a loophole. Then my helpers have the phone. So this what happened. Our building, each center we had phones. We had phones for the helpers and the SSDs. So we had so many seasonal drivers in SSDs. Like our diodes got taken up, and we had to let some of our seasonal helpers use the phones because we ran out of diodes, and we had a lot of SSDs. So it was a situation where a lot of devices were used, so we could not let our helpers use the devices. So they did this BYOD, bring your own device, where the helper had to sign up on UPSs in order to use their own phone, and so they could make deliveries with their own phone. I know a couple of helpers that did it. My helper didn't, but I know a couple of helpers that did it. But yeah, those helper phones are nice. I like them. They're just a smaller version of the diodes. The helper phones were awesome, but a lot of drivers had to use them because we ran out of diodes. Oh, Purdue's in Lafayette. Oh, nice. Okay, okay, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so your son was okay. So yeah, my son was my helper this year too. Your youngest son, yeah, yeah. I only have one son. Yeah, he helped me this year, and he did a great job. And he used the phone for about a week, and then I mean he loved it. He was just doing his thing, and then I had to give the phone up because an SSD needed it, and so I never got it back. So we just rocked out with the diet for the rest of the season, but it was cool. It was cool. All right, a few more minutes here, guys, and we'll wrap it up. Hey, thank you everybody for being here and like the stream if you can and share it if you can and let somebody know. If I was to do SSD, what car? Yeah, Orion is kind of bad, but I don't speak too much about Orion because I understand they put money behind that stuff. It is what it is. Like I don't really use it. I know my route well to where and I don't even look at the house numbers anymore, really. But let's see. A few more questions, guys. We'll wrap it up in five. So if you have anything, shoot it my way, and then like the stream. Oh, you got an interview for? Okay, is that a UPS job or use a SSD? All right. Yeah, the communication is tough. Yeah, hey, good luck on that. But yeah, the communication is tough. I'm gonna tell everybody, and I tell people this all the time, like, um, the communication links around the company, and this is from driver to driver, this from management to driver, back and forward. It doesn't matter what division, what building, what state, what city you in, but overall the communication, it gets broken up. And so um you have to ask a lot of questions, right? You might get blindsided by some stuff, but all you can really do is be as knowledgeable and in the know as possible. Talk to people. Like I said, ask questions. If you don't if you don't believe something somebody's telling you, ask somebody else, right? Connect to as many people as you can, because a lot of times you get wrong information. But yeah, the communication, nobody told you anything. That's unfortunate, because I'm not shocked. You know what I mean? So, hey, a good job on the interview, a good job on the interview, and good luck on the interview. I'm sorry, good luck on the interview, and I hope everything works out for you. Right? It looks like you might have worked hard for peak season. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Hey, thank you everybody for being here. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hey, subscribe to the channel. We'll do this. We'll do this a few times a week. I can't commit to every night. However, we're gonna try to get on as many times as we can. All right. We appreciate y'all for being here. Brick Dot Media. We out.